Hello, welcome to this week's edition of TitleTown Throwdown. 1 second. There we go. How's everyone doing tonight? I'm Nick LeBlanc, and welcome to the final edition of TitleTown Throwdown for the calendar year 2020. A lot to get to today, a lot of football, because here's the thing, New England. Your team has a 2% chance of making the playoffs. Okay, two. That's it. Nothing after that. A two. Okay? 2% chance. But we'll get to them in just a moment, okay? I want to talk a little bit about, three sports really in this one segment. Baseball owners and players cannot make up their freaking mind to save their lives. Celtic fans are delusional. And, not much is going on with the Bruins, and that scares me. So let's get to, let me just start off with some baseball, really. All right, let me start off with baseball. Why? Players, owners, why are we doing this again? It took you, jamokes, X amount of months to figure out what the hell you're going to do. And now, owners, you're already willing to do this, and that, and the other. And players is like, you can't just take a small little concession again. My God, prima donnas, for Pete's sake, it's like, I don't even know where to begin with the players. Okay, the highest paid athletes in all the four major sports between football, basketball, and hockey, because those three sports have something that Major League Baseball still does not have: a salary cap. And if there's a salary cap, the Yankees would not be how good as they are today, because Stan would not be there. Guys like Judge and others, they'd be gone after 6 years, because the Yankees just would not have the money to pay these guys. How they paid A-Rod $17 million to just tell him to get lost? Basically. So what they did, they gave A-Rod, 17 million bucks, say, hey, no, here's money. Shoo, scram. We don't want you. Get out of here. Like, whatever. Me. And the players are now acting like this. Like, the players are like, the players think that they are entitled to something here. Newsflash, you're not entitled to nothing. You're being paid 100 some odd million bucks to swing a bat and throw a little white ball to a black and brown glove. And then field said ball. Hit said ball. That's all you're doing. Baseball is the one sport in which its contracts are guaranteed. They're guaranteed contracts. Hello here. Like, oy vey. Like, oh my God, MLB players, just shut up. It's funny. 8 months ago, when the owners are trying to put together some type of season, players like, oh, I'm not going to play unless there are protocols in play. Blake's now, I don't want to touch the Rona. That's going to be in my body for life. Guess what, Blake? You played. You played and you nearly won a World Series out of it. Your manager screwed you up. Your manager porked you over. That's the one thing I agree with you in there. Your manager porked you over. The owners want the players to get vaccinated prior to spring training, so they want to move spring training back 1 month, started in April, then the regular season starts in May. We get 140 games, which by May, June, we'll be allowed to go into a place like Fenway Park at probably 50% capacity till about maybe August, September. We can actually get back to jamming out Fenway Park like we always have. Now the players like, no, let's just start on time. Let's start on time. We get it when we get it. So let me get this straight, baseball players. You didn't want to play when cases of the pandemic went down. It was safe to play. Owners are trying to do everything they can to salvage any type of revenue stream that they could possibly have. And here you are, and there you were saying, no, we don't want to play unless this happens or that happens. Because to you guys, less games means less money. Well, you had a chance to agree to an 82-game season, and you said no. You wanted to play 100, 120. From late July to Thanksgiving. Tell me, baseball players, who the hell is going to watch the MLB playoffs in November? Who? Yeah, granted, nothing else would have been on, but still. Like, come on, man. And now you want to play a full 162-game schedule just so that way you can get your full freaking salary because you don't want to play for what difference is a couple $1 million? $2 is a lot to me. What's $2 million to you? I'd gladly take $2 million from your paycheck. God. So my message to baseball players: stop being whiny babies. Just do what the flipping owners tell you to do, and let's move on here. Okay, because this is the one sport which I would love to see the owners just say, get out. We're locking you out until you get your act together. Then you'll really want to listen to the owners because you don't want to lose money now, do you? All right, Celtics in just a minute, but Bruins. We should be concerned. And when I say concerned, I mean we've heard nothing on the Bruins front. Reading something a little earlier that the Bruins are closing in on a deal for Panthers defenseman Mike Hoffman. Encouraging. When's that going to get done? When the hell are you going to talk to Zdeno Chara? Your captain for the last 14 years? Don? Cam? Any answers? And I'm dead serious when I say this too. If you do not bring back Zdeno Chara, who is the sole leader of that team, I'm going to puke in a pair of shoes and I will hand deliver it to you on Causeway. I will hand deliver it. And I'll show you my disgust. If you let Zdeno Chara sign with either the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Toronto Maple Leafs, or God forbid the Montreal Canadiens, I will puke in my shoes, hand deliver it to you on Causeway, and you can enjoy it. Now, if you lose the Chara to either the Ottawa Senators or the New York Islanders, I will accept it because that's where Chara spent part of his 22-year career. 4 years of his first 4 years in the league with New York, and the next 4 with the Ottawa Senators, and the last 14 here with you. My preference is for him to keep him here. My preference is for you to keep him here, keep him home. Please, for the love of God, keep him home. That's the Bruins front. Celtics front. Celtic fans, what? What the hell? You're calling for Brad Stevens' job after one measly preseason game? Now, I can understand if it was midway through the season and the team is playing like absolute dog crap. It's one preseason game, for crying out loud. Seriously? Last season just ended 3 months ago. It literally just ended. Yeah, I get it. They haven't played a competitive game in 2.5 months. Still, last season just ended. They had to do a quick turnaround, get over the Heat series loss, and get ready to win a championship again. And you're calling for his hat after one preseason? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Now look, I'm never one to defend the coach here. I'll crap on a coach all day long. I will gladly do it, and you don't have to even pay me to do it either. I'll gladly trash any coach for free. But to trash these guys in the preseason, especially for a guy who's been here going on his 7th, 8th season? Really? You weren't saying this when he first took over. Then again, the Celtics were an extremely young team when he took over in 2013-14. Extremely young team. And he's built them up rather quickly. No, if the Celtics truly wanted to take their time for the rebuild, yeah, probably Brad Stevens still be here. Jaylen Brown probably gone because his career would have been wasted by this point. Tatum would still probably be here. Kemba Walker wouldn't be here. Gordon Hayward would have never stepped foot here. Neither would Kyrie Irving. His dumb butt wouldn't have been here either. But no, Brad Stevens built a system that worked. Because Brad Stevens is a competitive guy. Brad Stevens wanted to win right away. And yeah, first season, bad. Second season, yeah, you're a game under 500. But he got into the damn playoffs. The following season, again, playoffs, saw improvement. The following season, on 1 seed, got your butts handed to you by Cleveland, but that was expected. Following season, 2 seed, you blew it. You blew it. And that was Kyrie's first year. Second year, that team was just a dysfunctional mess. Would have been a miracle if they won the championship that year. But Brad Stevens has led this team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Each of the last 3 of the last 4 seasons. Yeah, I know you want more. You want to see him finally elevate this team to the NBA Finals. I do too. But to be calling for the man's head after 1 preseason game to a team that's only a regular season team. The Philadelphia 76ers are a regular season team. In the postseason, they crap their flipping pants. They're terrible in the postseason. That's why the Celtics own them in the postseason. It was a preseason game. Kemba Walker didn't play. Walker's probably not going to touch a basketball until like January or February. Thompson's out. There's still guys like Tatum and Brown are probably battling some nagging injuries. Same with Marcus Smart. Like, give Brad Stevens a bit of a break here, people. It's 1 preseason game. I understand if this was game number 60 of 72 and the team is playing like absolute garbage. I would understand you then. But after 1 preseason game? My Lord. Give the man a chance to figure out what this team has this year. It was a quick turnaround. What do you expect from him? Guy had like 2 months to prepare. Compared to the traditional 4 or 5 months that they get. It's 2020, people. We're in the apocalypse. We're living in the apocalypse right now. Somehow the NFL has magically kept everything as normal as possible, despite all the reschedulements. Nothing's normal in 2020. Give Brad Stevens a chance. Okay? If this was a normal year and we're 30 games in and the team's playing like absolute garbage and Brad Stevens is to blame, fine. I would get it. I would entertain it. But I'm not going to entertain it after 1 preseason game against the Philadelphia 76ers, who, mind you, are the biggest jokes in the National Basketball Association next to the Brooklyn Nets. Okay? Let's get that straight. All right? All right. As I said earlier, football-centric, starting now, your New England Patriots have a 2% chance of making the playoffs. They are still mathematically in there. A lot needs to happen in 3 weeks, and I don't know if it's actually going to happen or not. my confidence level is very low with this team. But nevertheless, we're going to dissect it with the help of my trusty friend, the ESPN 2020 NFL playoff machine. It'll give us all the scenarios right there. Also have all the list of scenarios that each team needs to do to clinch this weekend. Apologies for that. 7 teams to go home this weekend. All right? 7 teams can go home this weekend. 5 or 6 teams in clinch. I'll tell you all about it next. You're watching TitleTown Throwdown here on all SFBNRI platforms. All right, welcome back to TitleTown Throwdown. As I said, the New England Patriots have a 2% chance of making the postseason. And let me I want to show you something that I just found recently. Give me one moment here, folks. And it was very, very interesting. All right, here we go. So I want you all to just take a look at this, okay? See, there are your Patriots right there. 6-7, a 2% chance of making it to the playoffs. So we're going to use this and the ESPN NFL playoff machine right now. So here's what we're going to do, all right? Here's how it's going to work out. So we're going to take all the teams and what they could really look like. So allow me to blow this up for just a minute. All right, so now you can see, you can barely see that. So let me see if I can zoom in on this. Nope. All right. All right, so we'll do the best we can. So right now, the Kansas City Chiefs sit atop at 9-1. Chiefs sit at 9-1, and then you go Steelers 2 seed, Bills 3, Titans 4, the Browns 5, Colts 6, and the Miami Dolphins sit at number 7. So, and then let me bring in this page right here too and just explain it just a little bit more here. So the way this works the way that this whole thing works, right? And let me just really truly explain this. When it comes to the National Football League, things are just very complicated right now. They're extremely, extremely, extremely complicated. So, again, I want us to take a look at this graphic right here. Patriots, a 2% chance of making the playoffs. I know this is very tough to see, but please bear with me here. But the Patriots have a 2% chance of making the playoffs. They have no shot at winning the division. That's gone. The Buffalo win on Sunday, gone. So, what will happen to the Patriots' chances, say, if the Patriots went out and the Dolphins finished at 9-7? Well, Patriots went on the tiebreaker on there. So let's do that. Patriots will get wins over Miami, Buffalo, and the Jets. And again, it is the Jets. So it'll increase the Patriots' chances up to 9%. But they need a team like Baltimore to lose 2 of their final 3. So let's give them a win against Cincinnati. And let's give them losses to both the Giants and and the Jaguars. Why not? So that puts the Ravens down to 2% and pushes you up to 70. Here's where it really gets interesting. You need the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders can win 2 of their last 3 games. That's fine. So you need Miami to do stuff. So let's give Las Vegas a win over Miami. The lowest chance down to 69, but then let's give them 2 losses to both the Chargers and the Broncos. Bing, bang, boom. It doesn't matter what Miami does week 17 because guess what? You're in. Baltimore has an 8% chance of getting in. They're virtually out. Look at that. The Raiders are out. Now, for the Ravens to still make it, well, they need to lose to basically lose out. They would need to lose out so that way. Baltimore gets in. You're still in virtue of tie breaks. And Baltimore's in, and you'll be in as a 6th seed. The Ravens will be in as a 7th seed. So that's what needs to happen. But here's the thing, though. And this is one thing that we really have to watch out for. One loss, and let me blow this up for you here. One loss this week for the Patriots. All right? To the Miami Dolphins. Bingo. Bye. It's over. It'll be over. Increases the Ravens' chance to 85% because that tiebreaker no longer exists. And the Raiders, their chances improve to 14% because their elimination doesn't exist no more. There'll be 0 absolute ways for the Patriots to try to make the playoffs. And really, you can blame it on a whole slew of things. A tie does nothing for the Patriots. A tie does nothing. All right, it'll give them a less than 1% chance, but you need Baltimore to lose out. Gives you a 2% chance. You need the Raiders. That's not the Raiders, that's the football team. You need the Raiders here to lose out as well. But you're still out because Miami will own a tiebreak over you. So it really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Now, New England were to lose. Now, Miami were to lose straight up to Vegas. Vegas would still be out because Vegas would be at 8-8. The Ravens, they'd be out. You'd be in at 31%. The Browns will be in. The Titans will be in. Colts will be in. Steelers will be in. The Bills will be in. And so are the Chiefs. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still one spot up for grabs. You still probably need something to happen either with the Bills. Look at that, though. You win against the Bills and the Jets. I figured out what my mistake was. Boom. You're in the playoffs at 8-7-1. Baltimore misses at 8-8 by losing out. The Raiders finished at 8-8 by losing 2 of their final 3. Miami, they would have to lose the last 2 games after you tie with them. So a couple of possibilities here for the Patriots. So again, not saying that the Patriots are completely dead in the water, but again, though, it's not looking great. It's not looking great for the Patriots right now, okay? Because, again, I'm going to show you again. All right? We'll show this again. Let's go over this one more time, all right? So, currently sit at 2%. All right? You currently sit at 2%. Win, and 10%, and that's with no one else playing right now. A loss. Say a win over Buffalo because it won't mean anything to the Bills at that time. Guess what? Your chances go to 9%. The Dolphins have a less than 1% chance of making it. And say here, a loss here for the Raiders. A loss tonight against the Chargers. Your chances improve to 14%. Now the Ravens, they're at a 95% chance. Let's say they lose to Jacksonville. They fall to 70, you increase to 38. They lose to the Giants. they fall all the way down to 6 to 5%, you're in. You're in. All right? Even if they beat Cincinnati, you are still in the playoffs because you own the tiebreak over the Ravens. Here, the Raiders will be out because of a record-wise. Let's give them, say, a win here over Denver. Ravens have a less than 1% chance. Dolphins are out. You're still in because tiebreak. So really for the Patriots, everything matters, all right? And then let's just say here for giggles. So the AFC playoff picture would be this. And let's just give the Chiefs wins because I think they're going to win out anyway. So here would be the AFC playoff picture. The Chiefs at the 1 seed. The Steelers would be a 2 seed right there. The Bills would be probably a 3 or a 4. The Titans would be 3 or 4 again. Browns, a couple wins, have an easy schedule. Browns would be in. The Patriots would be in as well. And you got the Indianapolis Colts right there as well. So there would be your 7 NFL AFC playoff teams. But again, Pat fans, a loss to Miami, it's over. All right? A loss to Miami, it is over. It won't matter after that. All right? Even if, let's just say Baltimore loses out, they finish 8-8. Raiders lose out, they finish 8-8. You did all that. Even if you win 2 your last 3, it's over. All right? It will be over. The loss this week, a very important week, kills the Patriots. Now, Patriots beat the Dolphins. Say the Raiders lose to the Chargers tonight. And by some miracle, the Jacksonville Jaguars get their second win and beat Baltimore. Those are the teams ahead of you. And let's also say Houston beats Indianapolis this week. You go from 2 to 13, which means you got a chance. Let's fast forward another week. Bills win there. And let's say the Giants, who I think could be capable of doing it, beat the Ravens. And let's just say the Dolphins beat the Raiders. Raiders will be officially eliminated. You got the upper hand on the Ravens, or sit at 15. You sit at 67. And then, well, again, we got the Jets. They beat the Bengals. Ravens got a 11% chance. Ravens have a 10% chance. With the win over the Jets, you got a 76% chance of making it. You would need Buffalo to beat Miami. Virtually knocks out Miami. Puts you in the playoffs. And then the Ravens, well, they need a little bit of help from Pittsburgh on their end to help the Ravens get into the playoffs. So a lot of different factors going into this. So there are multiple scenarios where the Patriots are in it, and there's just one scenario how the Patriots can miss it altogether. And again, blowing this up. So you see, Patriots will sit, if the season were to end, just the way that happened, Patriots would be in. All right? So now I want to go to another friend of mine as well. I love this thing, and I'm glad that it has been invented. Give me 1 second here. Here we are. So obviously we're all familiar with ESPN, the NFL playoff simulator. So here we are. These would be the matchups. Chiefs, Steelers, Bills, Titans, Browns, Colts, and Dolphins. Those would be the matchups. All right, here we are. So now we can see that much clearer. That's much easier to see. So there we go. I finally figured it out. All right, so this is the current playoff picture right now. So, and this so again, let's assume Patriots win. Magically, Chargers win here tonight. Magically, Jaguars beat Baltimore. You still got a shot right there at 7-7. Now, for 1 week. Ravens magically lose to the Giants. You beat the Bills. Dolphins lose to the Raiders. You sit at 8-7. Baltimore sits at 8-7. Vegas sits at 8-7. Heading in to week number 17. Again, win over the Jets. Again, it's the Jets. Miami, they can win. It won't matter what they do at all. Baltimore could win. Vegas could win. It would all be for naught. Because you would be in at the 7th seed because of tie breaks. Because of strictly tiebreakers. The head-to-head. Loss here, though. It won't matter if the Ravens lose, if the Raiders lose. You win your final 2 games. Miami mysteriously. So it won't matter really here, okay? Because if Baltimore even wins at least one time. So again, Giants are there. Ravens set at 9-7 right now. Ravens 8-8. Vegas right now they're 8-7. You got the Dolphins to win. Dolphins are in the playoffs right now at 10-6. There's just no logistical way that the Patriots can get in there. 2% is really hard to come by. It's 2%. All right? It's 2%. It's just super hard. All right? So, key game is the Dolphins this week. The Patriots have a chance to stay alive. They can stay alive. Right? Even if Baltimore wins on Sunday and the Raiders win tonight over the Chargers, if you're able to win on Sunday, your chances increase. All right? The chances will increase. All right? Let's do that. One more time, NFL playoff predictor. I know I'm boring you all to tears with this, but it's stuff that needs to be said. You know, it's an important time because as Patriot fans, we're not used to this. We've gone very comfortable the last 20 years knowing that we're going to be going to the playoffs, winning the AFC. So let's give the Ravens a win over Jacksonville. Let's give the Patriots a win over Miami. And let's give the Raiders a win over the Chargers. The Ravens' chances go up to 93%. The Raiders' chances go up to 20%. Your chances stay at 2%. Which will mean the Ravens would have to lose their final 2. The Raiders, and not much you can really ask from them there. You need the Dolphins to lose out just for that, so that way your chances can really go up. Because look, it doesn't matter. All right. The Raiders and the Ravens both need to end at 9-7 along with you. Same with the Dolphins. Don't worry about Indianapolis. You're not going to catch them. Don't worry about Cleveland. No, you're not going to catch them. I mean, you could, but I don't think you are. Don't worry about it. Just worry about getting in there. And whoever you face round one in the wild card round, chances are you'll probably get your butts handed to you there, but you're in the dance. Just get to the dance. So there is a path for the Patriots, an unrealistic path. All right? It's an unrealistic path, okay? So let's just get that out of the way. All right. So come back, quick intermission, come back, and I'm going to do a triple dose of Knicks picks. A triple dose. Have fun with that. All right. TitleTown Throwdown here on all SFB and RI platforms. All right, welcome back to TitleTown Throwdown here. We are all set. So, bottom of the screen, the list of the 5th of the 16 Week 15 NFL games. So, a lot of names. Let's do it. Bear with me here. So, Thursday Night Football tonight. It is the 4-9 Chargers against the 7-6 Las Vegas Raiders. The Chargers are out of the playoffs. They're not going anywhere. The Raiders have scored 26.9 points per game this season, their most since 2002. I don't know the Raiders here. Raiders go to 8-6, Chargers fall to 4-9. Saturday doubleheader here. The Buffalo Bills travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Buffalo 27.6 points per game this year, most since 1991 as a team. With a win, the Buffalo Bills win the AFC East title. If they don't, they need the Patriots to beat the Dolphins in order for them to win the AFC East. All right, but I got the Bills in this one. Bills 11-3, Broncos 5-9, and Denver would be eliminated from the playoffs. Now, this nightcap on Saturday, the 4-9 Panthers take on the 10-3 Packers. Green Bay's 13-2 at home since 2019, including the playoffs. A loss here of Carolina officially eliminates them. It's going to happen. Carolina falls to 4-10. Green Bay improves to 11-3. All right, the Sunday slate. Pats, Dolphins, and Miami. Rookie QBs are 7-21 versus Bill Belichick as the head coach. The 21st loss being Justin Herbert last Sunday. 2 Sundays ago. My apologies. On the 6th. That was loss number 21. I kind of like those odds. I'm not sure how Tua's going to really do. The Patriots need this game. I don't really have a lot of faith in Cam Newton at this point, nor do I have really a lot of faith in the offense. You know what? It's hard for me to do it. It really is, just in how bad this team has played this year. But I'll give the Patriots one more week. Patriots stay alive in the playoff race, 7-7. Dolphins fall to 8-6, and puts the Dolphins' playoff chances really on the brink. All right. The 5-8 49ers take on the 4-9 Cowboys. Both teams could be eliminated tomorrow or on Sunday. Both teams. Ironically enough, no matter who wins this game, both of them could be out. I'll give it to Dallas. They played well last couple of weeks. Somewhat. They played really well this past Sunday. I'll give it to Dallas. They stay alive in the NFC East race at the very least. But a couple wins by Washington and New York, and they're out. So, but I'll do it to Dallas and San Fran. They lose. Win by Arizona. They're out too. So it doesn't matter. Both teams get eliminated. All right. 9-4 Seattle taking on the 6-7 Washington football team. Surprisingly enough, the Washington has won 7 of the last 8 games versus Seattle. I like those odds. I like Russell Wilson more. Wilson and the Seahawks. 10-4, 6-8. A battles of two teams that are fighting for the playoff lives. The 6-7 Bears versus 6-7 Vikings. Minnesota's won 5 of their last 7. They started 1-5. While Chicago, they've lost 5 of their last 7 after they started 5-1. Ironically enough. Under no Minnesota here. Neither team to be eliminated on Sunday. So under no Minnesota, 7-7, Bears 6-8. The 1-12 Jaguars, 8-5 Ravens. I'm convinced Jacksonville's trying to purposely lose as well. So Ravens 9-5, Jags 1-13. Ravens win. Still pretty much ices the Patriots' hopes of winning, but you never know. The 8-5 Bucks taking on the 4-9 Falcons. Battle of Super Bowl 51. The rematch between Brady and Matt Ryan again. With the win, Brady and the Bucks are in. The Falcons are already out. So Brady and the Bucks 9-5. They're in the playoffs. Falcons 4-10. Good luck again next year and find a coach. All right. The 5-8 Lions take on the 9-4 Titans. Tennessee has allowed scored 35.3 points per game since week 11. Most in the NFL. One of those games being a loss to Cleveland, by the way. Look, Detroit's hung in there. Detroit's out with the loss virtually. So I'm just going to end Detroit's misery now. 9-4 Tennessee. Tennessee goes to 10-4. Lions 5-9. Again, you battled. The 4-9 Texans take on the 9-4 Colts. Indy's won 3 of the last 4 against Houston. Indy will need the game to stay alive for the division title. Colts 10-4. Texans 4-10. All right, late window. The 4-1 Eagles taking on the 7-6 Cardinals. Jalen Hurts versus Kyler Murray, a battle of dual threat Oklahoma QBs. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, they upset the Saints last week to stay in the race. The NFC East at the very least. I like Murray and the Cardinals here. I just cannot go against them. Cardinals go to 8-6. The Eagles fall to 4-9-1. Won't officially be eliminated yet because of the division that they play in. All right, the 0-13 Jets taking on 9-4 Rams. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm just not even going to get into it. Jets are purposely tanking for Trevor Lawrence. All right, just forget about the Jets here trying to win a game. Rams 10-4, 0-14. Thank you. Moving on. The 12-1 Chiefs take on the 10-3 Saints. Game of the week right here. KC has won 10 straight road games. The Saints coming off a really huge upset loss. Still no word on whether Drew Brees is going to come back yet. Taysom Hill, he looked shaky last week. I have to go Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs. I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. They go to 13-1. They go to 10-3. A win for the Chiefs secures them a first-round bye. All right, it secures them a first-round bye, and it'll just prove that the Raiders' 11-0 start was a fluke, and that their team is overrated. All right, Sunday Night Football, the 9-4 Browns taking on the 5-8 Giants. Baker Mayfield is 7-1 versus non-divisional opponents this year. And look, this is his final non-division game of the season. At least I think it is. Either way. Listen, the Browns can't duplicate what they did last week. That ending as Baltimore made me want to puke in my own shoes. The Giants, they're still in it. They got beat up by the Cardinals. A loss here. It doesn't look good. Unless Washington loses, then it doesn't matter for them. But Browns 10-4, Giants 5-9. Yes, the Browns get to the 10-win mark. Monday Night Football, 11-2 Pittsburgh, 2-10-1 Bengals. Pittsburgh's won 10 straight over Cincy. Although Pittsburgh has not looked good each of the last 3-4 weeks. They have not looked good. But I doubt give them the win here. They clinched the 8. I doubt give them the win here. They go to 12-2. Cincinnati falls to 2-11-1. All right. One last quick break, and then we're going to go rapid fire. The final 2 weeks of the season to wrap up TitleTown Throwdown for 2020. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to TitleTown Throwdown. Just saw the promo for Sports World Weekly. I'll be joining Matt Jolis on Saturday morning on Sports World Weekly as we go over basically everything that's happened in 2020 in the world of sports. And a lot has happened. However, week 16, though, let's do this rapid fire. How about some Christmas Day football? Yeah, Christmas Day football. Let's do it. Week 16 is going to be fun, people, okay? Because we got football on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Woo! Great 4 days of football coming up in week 16. All right, so the Christmas Day game. Vikings, Saints, depending how both teams are playing after this week. I'm going to give it to the Vikings and the Saints. No, it's going to be a great game. Going to give it to New Orleans, though. In this one. All right. The Bucks, week 16, Saturday, triple header. 1 p.m., we got the Bucks and the Lions. Although Tampa Bay and the Buccaneers, if they're not in the playoffs by then, they'll be in the playoffs then. 49ers and Cardinals. Cardinals, I think, will stay alive. They beat the injury-plagued Niners, so Cardinals over the Niners. Dolphins and Raiders, a game that Patriot fans want to watch out for if the Patriots are to win on Sunday. Give me the Raiders. The Raiders! They will win. All right, the Sunday slate. Panthers at Washington, depending how well Washington plays again. Then Carolina will be out. There'll be nothing to play for. They want to play spoiler. Waldo DC on this one. Indy and Pittsburgh, this is going to be a great game. This should decide where the Steelers fall in the top 4, and if the Steelers can get, or if the Colts can get into the top 4. But I'll go Pittsburgh in this one. Falcons at the Chiefs, give me the Chiefs all day long. Bears and the Jags, give me the Bears. Bengals and the Texans, I'll take Houston. Giants and the Ravens, I'll do with the upset here. I'll go the Giants over the Ravens. Will it happen? Probably not. Browns and the Jets. Give me the Browns. I have zero faith in the New York Jets. It's hard to have faith in that team. All right. Broncos and the Chargers. I'll do Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Why not? Eagles, Cowboys. Give me Philly. Give me Philly all day long there. Rams, Seahawks, that's going to be the game of week 17. I don't care how you look at it. Well, one of the games. I'll do the Seahawks in that one. Sunday Night Football in week 16. The Titans and the Patriots. Give me the Patriots in that one. I would like to see how Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones match up with one another. Who's going to get more yards? But I don't think Ryan Tannehill is ready for the big stage just yet. Then the Monday night game, Bills, Patriots. The Bills should have pretty much everything wrapped up by then. The Patriots, they'll be looking to try to get in. It's just hard for me to really choose the Patriots. It's just so hard for me. I'm always 50-50 the Patriots now. No, at this point last year, I would have said give me the Pats all day long. Here, not so much. I'll give it to the Bills, and I'll virtually end the Patriots' misery right there. All right, I'm sorry. But, I won't have the Patriots out of that game, but the Bills have been playing a lot better. All right, week 17, the final week of the NFL season. Jets and Patriots again. I'll do the Patriots here. I'm confident in that. I don't think the Jets are going to win a flipping game this year. They're going to tank, and I hope Trevor Lawrence spurns them by either requesting a draft day trade or he just stays in Clemson. Stay in Clemson. All right. Jacksonville Colts. Give me the Colts. They'll probably be in the playoffs. Jacksonville won't matter. They'll be the 7th overall pick. Titans in Houston. Houston, they'll try to want to play division spoiler favorite here. But I'll still do Tennessee. Someone has to win that division between the Colts and the Titans. Someone has to. Falcons, Bucks. Give me the Bucks. Washington, Philly. Give me Washington. I think that's when they'll win the division right there. Cowboys, Giants. I'll do the G-Men. I don't think Giants are going to the playoffs, however. Chargers, Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. They finished 15-1, just shy of an undefeated season. Just shy. Steelers, Browns. I really hope the Browns will make this game much more competitive. I don't think both teams have anything to play for. We just see the set strings by the second half. Oh, no, Cleveland. Why not? Baltimore and Cincinnati. Give me Baltimore. They'll be in the playoffs. Green Bay and Chicago. I think Chicago will be out of it by then, so give me Green Bay. New Orleans and Carolina. Give me New Orleans. Miami and Buffalo. I'll do Buffalo. Seattle and San Francisco. I'll take the Seahawks. Cardinals, Rams. That should be an interesting Week 17 game. A playoff spot to me on the line. I will go Arizona. And then to wrap it all up, Raiders, Broncos, Raiders. They could use the win to get into the playoffs if they don't already. I'll go the Raiders there. Zach, you're definitely all right. The Patriots, they do have a chance against the Bills after what we saw back in week number 8. But the Bills are just really tough. I have to go the Bills. It's just really tough. It's just really tough to go against the Patriots here in the final 3 weeks. It's just so tough because I don't think anyone expected this team to be that bad. Nor do we expect Cam Newton to be that bad. Now, is it all Newton's fault? No, it's not. It's really not. All right, just a couple extra headlines I want to let you all know. Capitals goaltender Henrik Lundqvist, he will not play the 2020-21 season due to a heart condition that he has suffered over the course of the last couple months. He signed a 1-year deal with the Capitals back on October 19th after spending 15 years with the New York Rangers. Could this be the end of the line for Kane Lundqvist? I don't know. I really hope not. I really, really, really hope not. All right. I hope you all enjoyed TitleTown Throwdown. It's been an honor having this podcast each of the last 14 weeks. This is the final show of 2020. Taking a break for the holidays. Want to spend that with the family. But when we come back in 2021 on Thursday, January 7th, big show then. We'll have some Celtic games to break down. Hopefully we'll be talking about some Boston Bruin hockey. Hopefully the Red Sox have made a move. Mainly pitching, please. And we'll dissect the Patriots 2020 season and maybe preview the NFL playoffs. Yeah, that's right. We're still going to talk some football even after the Patriots are out. All right. But MMA Complete is coming up next on all SFBNRI platforms. For TitleTown Throwdown for 2020, I'm Nick LeBlanc. Have a great night. Have a great holiday. Happy New Year. And I will talk to you all in 2021, what will hopefully be a better year. Thank you all for listening and watching TitleTown Throwdown.